Okay, we're live on YouTube. Good evening.
Divine Creator, we ask that the light of highest awareness fill the minds and hearts of those who are open to your light. We ask that they be assisted and strengthened in their resolve to achieve peace using peaceful means. May their minds, their hearts, and their actions reflect the divine will to good for all. Comfort, strengthen, and support those who are in a difficult situation in their mind, body, or spirit. Bring confidence to them that your divine hand is at work in their life. Amen.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. Every now and then this happens with my presentation, and I need to get out of the virtual background. There we go. Greetings and welcome. This is the third of the Cosmic Festivals this evening. My name is Reverend Mary Hewer. I am the current pastor and of the Community Chapel of Holistic Healing, which is a non-denominational spiritual fellowship founded in 1977 by Reverend Michelle Luson, a mystic and channel for the multidimensional consciousness. We are here because she had an apparition of Swami Sivananda. He appeared to her way back and asked her to start this organization and place it here in the Washington, D.C. area so that we could be a light for the nation's capital. We have chapel services twice a month, and we have a schedule that appears on our website at CCWH.com. You will also find some other maybe potentially interesting things for you there where you can place someone's name on our prayer list. And we do have some other activities that will be there as well. So at this time, we will go into our reading of the Faith, Hope, and Charity affirmations, which we have called over time the three healers. Our faith affirmation. I believe in the spiritual existence of myself as a perfect image of the divine creator. In this reflection that is my physical embodiment, I have faith in the supreme guidance of my soul for my balance, my needs, and my opportunities. Outside of myself, there are also perfect images, and nothing can delude my thinking otherwise. Hope affirmation. Acknowledging my faith in the omnipresence of my divinity, I hope for realization, awareness, and acknowledgement of the existence of the great I am within myself. Charity affirmation. In understanding faith, in knowing hope, I pledge my actions, my desires, my thoughts to the performances of myself on the physical planes of the earth, to honor, to love, and to enlighten all that is the reflection of the divine outside myself, so that my perfection is imaged back to my creator. So help me God. Thank you. At this time of the year is our third, this month in June, is our third Cosmic Festival. And I hope that you have been able to follow the first two because, you know, it's a buildup of energy. And it comes to this point, and I'd like now to recite the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the coming one return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of light and love work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. You'll find a few variations of that along the way, but essentially, that is the great invocation that's said every year, and it's been going on for a very, very long time. Now, this is on the full moon. It's a day of prayer and meditation, when men and women of every spiritual path join in a universal appeal to divinity and use the great invocation. Together, they focus the invocative demand of humanity for the light, the love, and the spiritual direction needed to build a world of justice, unity, and peace. Now, at the time of the full moon in June, that is during the sign of Gemini, the Christ consciousness, the great Christ consciousness, releases the strength, the power, and the special energy which he has received at the time of the Wesak festival, the second festival, where that was all built up there. When every year he, the Buddha, and the Lord of the world create a triangle of light and create that great energy flow. June, by the way, is also traditionally the month of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in the Catholic tradition. Jesus was able, as you know, to completely merge with the Christ consciousness, and this in his own lifetime. And this is our journey, which is taking many lifetimes for all of us to try to achieve that, because that is our goal, to manifest that does Christ consciousness, because it dwells within us. Every single soul has the Christ consciousness within. It's our own Christ presence within, who is the great mediator between our lower nature and the pure God essence of ourselves, the I am presence. This pure love, compassion, and understanding is in us, and we do need to learn to approach it, embrace it, and manifest it, because it's our mission to own it. One of the greatest insights of our time is that the interdependence and the interrelationship of all life, people are beginning to really understand that that is true. Today, millions of people share the conviction of an inner spiritual unity within humanity, which transcends any outer differences of race, nation, and creed. As men and women of goodwill, the world over, give expression to this conviction in their lives, a process or planetary transformation is taking place. A new civilization is emerging, which embraces all people and is founded upon the recognition of our common humanity and right human relations. The world's problems are of humanity's making, and they are for humanity to solve. But the essence of the spiritual life lies in knowing that we're not alone. The energies of divinity are abundantly available. And on what is known as World Invocation Day, the day of the full moon in June, an appeal is made for the release of the energies which will enable humanity to create the new civilization. In other words, it's a call to return to Christ. The higher interlude of the spiritual year culminates in the Gemini full moon. This is the culmination of this. And this is the very festival that celebrates the human potential of spiritual height to unify the will with the will of God. On this day, the Christ stands before God as the representative of humanity. He is like the elder brother of us and focalizes the united aspiration of humanity into an invocation demanding more light and love to be present within us and all over the planet. So through Christ, the response of deity pours forth into humanity, uplifting human consciousness and establishing a culture of goodwill and right human relations. This festival augments the principle of unification, which brings the higher and lower aspects of humanity into closer relationship. The light of the soul is waxing and increasing in strength, while the light inherent in matter is waning a bit. There's more focus, therefore, on the spiritual. This festival marks the culmination of the work of the Buddha, focalized through Christ and then expressed through humanity. It also initiates a future approach to divinity, where invocation, the conscious focalization of one's spiritual aspiration, is paired with the expression of spiritual consciousness through right humans living it. And I want to emphasize that it is the future. This is how things will be done in the future. In meditation, we join with others worldwide on the inner planes to form and affirm a united spiritual channel that can receive the forces of divine will to make all things new in service to the one life uniting all. We are actually here to help each other create their own visible light. When humanity will come to understand the cosmic oneness, then the cosmic construction will be affirmed. It will be outpictured. It will be manifested everywhere. But we have that leap to make yet. The cycle we emphasize and honor the emerging unity of humanity and our cosmic connection spanning all realms of life, from the atom to infinity. Our Earth's divine destiny to become a radiating center of light out into the universe is presently emerging as more and more world servers align in service to the great ones, those who are and have embraced the Christ, have become the Christ consciousness within themselves. They are there to serve us because they know our journey. They know how it can be on the planet to live these lives that we are living, and the barriers and the such that we have, but they're always there for us. And they send us abundant help when we ask for it. It is always given to us without, you don't have to worry about, is it going to happen? When this kind of supplication to heaven goes out, the response comes immediately to us. We are graced with that in our lives. And those who do not understand it or appreciate it are losing the opportunity to really make a great leap forward within their selves, within their own consciousness, with that eternal journey that we're taking. It's an eternal journey. This leap has to be made at some point, sometime. This is a golden opportunity now on the planet to make that leap for all humanity to go together as a great body of consciousness, that we are all one, and that we are all going up into a higher vibratory pattern of our own self and our own consciousness, that we will let go of and leave behind those things that no longer serve us, because they have been the things that have pulled humanity down. And we are all aware of those kind of behaviors and attitudes that have been there doing that. So we don't have to enumerate them. We only know that those kind of behaviors and lines of thinking and feeling have to be let go. And once we let go of it, we can take that great invocation and go with it. But we can also know that, as Jesus said, I am the light and the way. The new commandments now are coming into the planet from much higher realms. And the old admonitions to not do something are no longer as part of the consciousness of the new wave of people going upward. The new upward wave of people in their consciousness now are hearing, be the light. That's the first commandment of the new 10 commandments. And we must manifest that light, but we can't do that fully until we allow all of those things that have pulled us into a lower dimensional realm, let them go. We don't have to do anything more than letting them go. And for humans, that is itself quite a challenge, to let go of something, to simply drop it and as though it never existed, and turn to this beautiful new light of awareness. Because once your foot is firmly placed there on that level, and you do not look back, the Bible said in the Old Testament, and when Saul's wife was turned to a pillar of salt, because Lot's wife, was turned to a pillar of salt when she turned around and looked back at the evil that they had just let go. And he went on with the rest of his family. But you can't go on with it, get on with it when you're still looking back at what was or what, and being sorrowful and regretful and things. Ask for forgiveness from God for those things that you personally have been part of. Forgive others. The forgiveness principle is powerful in putting us into an alignment, but then let it go and go on. That would be my best advice for the upcoming festival. This is the Gemini festival, the festival of the full moon. And I'm going to take you now into a meditation. And the meditation, I hope, will be helpful to you and bring you in alignment with this energy. So, as you normally do with meditation, you close your eyes and begin taking some nice, deep, and rhythmically breathe at your own pace, taking your time, because with every deep breath and release of that breath comes greater relaxation. And as you relax and relax and continue to use your breath to relax. And now, having settled into yourself in this really relaxed way, I'd like you to use your imagination. Envision a grid of light all over the earth that connects the light of every light worker and light server and every sacred energy vortex. See that those lights at those points where it connects, lighting up, and the strands of light that go on to the next, forming this magnificent grid of energy, all extremely lighted up and glowing. That if you were to see it from a distance, if you could get up in an airplane or get up in space, it would be a great jewel, like a diamond, a faceted diamond now, because of these great light workers with all of their light, sharing that with each other. Together, we form this chalice, the Holy Grail, prepared to receive the outpouring of blessings from on high. Here we are, waiting, receptive. And now you might see us all rising up together, all of us as one, great rising of these points of light that we are, to meet a greater light above us. And as we are rising up, there appears a great gateway, huge gateway that is Gemini. And the gates swing open, wide open. And the light that pours from this gateway is intense, coming to each of us, bathing us in this beautiful, intense, brilliant, beautiful light. Just go there. Feel the moment. You are there. You are there. We are united in the ever-evolving relationship of spirit and matter. And we welcome the light and the insight it brings. We are beings of light from everywhere in the world. And we're here at this time, the festival of Goodwill. And you see more and more light workers joining. And they come from everywhere, from all sorts of different spiritual paths. They're coming magnetically drawn to this great universal call. It is the call of Christ, after all. This is the blending of many, many together. And now you see approaching you our world teacher, the Christ, coming into view. He is the light of the divine, magnificent beyond any other. And as we recognize that light of Christ, we now find that new light is glowing in us It has penetrated us. It is settled permanently in greater abundance in our heart. The Christ conveys the Buddha's Wesak blessing to us. And through us, it is now being released to everyone on earth. We open ourselves completely to this love. The light reveals great spiritual realizations because it's coming to us in such a potent way to bring the change in consciousness. The inflow of light and love here and now at this festival of goodwill enables, enhances, and expands our ability to unify our heart and mind with the divine heart and mind. As we align with the world teacher and the spiritual hierarchy, we are blessed by all of these great beings because we serve humanity and all of life. And as we have offered ourselves to this service, our spiritual potential of love, wisdom, and goodwill is now totally realized. Let us be forces of light. Let us offer and preserve the spirit of love for all people. We are love. We are the light. We are life itself. Absorb all of that. See yourself rising to heights never before that you remember that you've achieved. And now it is done. Your journey is complete. Your alignment with Christ is perfect, and you are blessed. And now, it is time to rejoin the physical consciousness which you carry. Return to that lower mind which operates in the everyday world, bringing with you all that you have gathered from the higher realms, knowing it is yours and knowing that you are now in a better position to serve. Bring yourself back, back, and back. And on the count of 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you're back in your everyday world, knowing that this time has been particularly sacred. And on the full moon of this, the actual full moon of this month, because we're a little bit ahead of this, as of this broadcast, this month, get a copy of the Great Invocation from the website and recite it during the full moon and go into meditation and renew this divine commitment and envisioning the world as you go through your meditation, filled with love and understanding. Thank you. And I'd like to introduce you to our membership, annual membership pledge site. It's on our website at ccwh.com. You will find it there with no problem. I hope you will consider being a member and help us in our effort to embrace more people and help them, well, embrace their own divinity within. And there is a place there also to give us a donation. If you will reach into your heart and share something with us, we would appreciate it. We do have some expense, even though we are virtual. There are other expenses on any efforts that we make. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you.